Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second leg of the Russian Kubok Cup. We came back at home against Spartak Moscow for the last leg of the Kubok Russian Cup, and if we were able to gain victory and hold on into our one goal lead, we would have been going and booking our spot to the finals. So big match for us against our biggest rivals. What a way to do it. Big match for us. So here we go. Let's get straight into the match reaction. Spartak Moscow came to visit us at Zenit at Gazprom Arena. Also another big match, knowing that we're playing at home and we have the opportunity to go to the finals from a big victory at home. So the match ended in a 0-0. There is a lot of things that we need to mention. There's a few things that we need to talk about, a lot of questions, a lot of reaction to today's match. It was a very tricky match for both clubs, a lot of pressure. Spartak Moscow, they very came after us, but we also had a lot of pressure. We played a good match. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't our best of matches, but it wasn't our worst either. We did a good job of trying to create pressure. So, beginning with just the match itself and the result, I'm very disappointed for our fans. I really wanted a goal, and we did score a goal. It was unfortunately disallowed. I will get into the refereeing in a bit, but I'm very disappointed. It would have been a magical moment. It would have been some great vibes, some great energy for our fans to see a big victory going to the finals and also beating Spartak Moscow at home. It would have been the nail on the coffin, and just it would have been a very special day, a very special game for our fans. But unfortunately, we were not able to get that goal. We were not able to win at home. But at least our fans know that we will be going to the finals. So at least our spot at the finals has been assured. We are going to be officially going to the final. So that's a good news. But just for an extra boost of energy, it would have been special to win at home against Spartak Moscow. I do want to point out personally that I am seeing some issues once again in the attacking line. Yes, we are creating a lot of offensive chances, but our finishing is just very questionable. And a lot of times we have some very crucial chances that should have been in the back of the net, and we're just not able to put it in the back of the net. And I question myself. I ask myself, and I'm like, are we are we capable of? Yes, at the moment we are on the verge of becoming champions of Russia, but we're also on the verge of becoming Kubok champions. We have one more match left to play, and if we're able to put a strong performance and play our game, we are going to be crowned Kubok Russian champions. So we have two big trophies on the line and a lot to play for. A lot of these matches are crucial for us. So now is the time to not make mistakes. We have very little room for mistakes. So our finishing is kind of stressing me out. I know we have great talent. I know we have Cska. I know we have Sergiv, Mastavoy, Artur, Pedrinho. A lot of good players, a lot of big goal scorers, but when the time comes, are they clutch? That's the question that we will answer, and it will be answered by our players at the end of the season, and the results will speak for itself. So I am concerned until the end of the season, but we have a confidence and we are winning. So we are at the finals. So it does speak for itself. It does mean that we are able to win matches when we should, but it's still a bit concerning when you see your club kind of shaky, and sometimes you don't have confidence if your team will be good enough today to get that victory for you. So that's my only concern. Our two biggest issues that I've seen this season so far is defending. Defending has been very shaky, has been really uncontrolled, very unfocused. The chemistry has been lacking a lot, even though we have a lot of good defensive, offensive players that can go in and score some goals, like Douglas Santos and Nino as well. He had some good chances that he produced today. But when it comes to their defensive play, yes, it's good at times, but most of the games it has been struggling. And like we've said before, the clean sheets has been struggling a lot. And but today's match we were able to keep a clean sheet, but so did Spartak. They couldn't score on us either, so both clubs were pretty evenly matched. Now I will end this video by talking about the refereeing that was kind of very shit today. Two big missed calls. We should have had a penalty, and that disallowed goal that was terrible. It should have been a goal. I'm kind of hesitant on that one. I feel like it's a tough call by the referee, but in my eyes, it should have been a goal. And that penalty that he missed, that was blatant. That was just blatant. That was a bad missed call, and just don't understand why in football nowadays, but also in sports. It's not just in football. A lot of just fucking bad calls by the referees. Just like today, as an example, so many bad calls. I mean, a missed penalty and a disallowed goal totally changed the game, and we need to improve on that. It's just getting so frustrating for the sports to clearly see and continuously see those bad calls. It totally changes the game, and it totally puts these matches on ruin. And the whole matches change, the whole atmosphere changes, and the whole match is just becomes very controlled and just very uninteresting, because now we know that the referees will continue making bad calls, and you keep thinking and keep predicting and you keep asking yourself what could have been. For example, if that penalty was given today and if that disallowed goal would have been allowed, it would have been 2-0 victory for us. But now we end today's day with a 0-0. So it's a totally big change just by two very bad calls. So today's refereeing was really bad. Usually we didn't have any issues with the refereeing. I never had any issues this season, except in other like Champions League and other leagues in Premier League, La Liga, a lot of bad refereeing continuously. But I mean, at Zenit, I never really had any issues, but it needs to improve. And today, that was a terrible refereeing on our match. So thank you very much. Spasiba to all for watching my video. Now our next opponent will be Cska Moscow. It has been confirmed. The matchup has been confirmed. It will be a big match for us. Cska Moscow, they have a good squad. They have a strong squad. It will be a good test for us. So if we want to be called champions, we have to deserve it. So big matchup coming up. I'm very excited to play Cska Moscow in the finals. So I'm very excited. Big matchup. And here we go. We are coming. We have to be ready. We have to play our game, and we have to focus and finish this season very strong. So spasiba to all. Spasiba for watching my video. I wish you all a good night. Take care, everybody. До свидания.